How can it possibly take 8 days to figure out when the alleged shooter checked into the hotel? Why was Paddock wearing gloves if he was about to commit suicide? Have any other solitary mass shooters ever had girlfriends? To those questions, we'd add this. How could someone possibly have burgled Paddock's home in Reno in the middle of one of the biggest criminal investigations in the history of the state? Why was no one guarding the house? Are investigators actually that incompetent? Maybe they are. Either way, institutional credibility is dying here. When the authorities get it this wrong, people stop believing them. So nobody should be surprised when conspiracy theories rush in to fill the void of credible information from officials.
I've noticed that these mass shootings have become far more commonplace than they should. I feel that there's a big push for gun control, and some of these may be false flag attacks. But witnessing what I did tonight and seeing all the gunshot victims, especially helping gunshot victims to safety, I can't say that this was a false flag.
Black Hawk choppers soaring through the night sky, but this is only a drill.
Someone shot some video of some of these choppers, military-style choppers, flying over 395 in downtown. This was last night. They shot all of this video. Now, the sight is impressive, but just imagine if you could hear some of the activity that was happening here. Let's take a listen to the second piece of video.
And then I just heard all this machine gun fire, and I hit the deck. I didn't know what to expect, and it was one of the loudest things I ever heard.
Local flashes in the middle of Mandalay Bay on the north side, kind of on the west tower, but towards the center of the casino, like one of the middle floors. One 797 agent coming from upstairs in the Mandalay Bay. Upstairs in Mandalay Bay, halfway up. I see the shots coming from Mandalay Bay, halfway up.
Now it sounds like it's coming from farther away. Oh shit, up there. Oh shit, up there. Oh shit, something's going on. Something's going on.
Saw a window come out and glass shatter everywhere, and then two or three more windows came out, and then two or three more windows came out, and then an open machine gun fire out that direction. You could see the blinds from the window kind of shooting out. Did you see him shoot anyone? I didn't see a person, but they were shooting towards the concert area.
His name is Stephen Paddock, and he had a criminal past.
Stephen Paddock does not have a criminal record, and his family is absolutely shocked that he could commit such a horrifying crime. His brother told us Stephen Paddock was a multimillionaire who made a lot of his money investing in real estate, and he wasn't aware of any financial problems.
No logic, no reach even for me, where my brother would have done this.
How could someone possibly have broken into, burgled Paddock's home in Reno in the middle of one of the biggest criminal investigations in the history of the state? Why was no one guarding the house?
You don't go for conspiracy. He wasn't brainwashed. So what is your instinct telling you as a man who's been in combat? Obviously, you have a very heightened sense of reality. What is your instinct telling you?
It's a setup. I know that sounds weird, but it's got to be a setup. What more? How does?
Wow! Wait a minute. Hold on. I understand what you're saying. That's the body they found in the room, but he may not have been the shooter.
Exactly. I mean, how many movies have you seen with that exact same plot?
But we must focus on facts. We cannot give in to conjecture, and we cannot respond to every little Twitter feed that may indicate a theory.
But there is an active investigation, police suggesting there could be multiple shooters potentially on rooftops around this outdoor concert just by the Mandalay Bay Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. There could be multiple shooters potentially on rooftops around this outdoor concert just by the Mandalay Bay Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada.
As far as I know right now, everybody's being evacuated to the east break. I know at the east end of one of these roads, Mandalay Bay Drive or whatever, one of them goes into the airport. Have we made contact with anybody at the airport?
Shutting down might not be a good idea. There's active shooters on the runway. Shutting down might not be a good idea. There's active shooters on the runway. Shutting down might not be a good idea. There's active shooters on the runway. The 19s are closed. We are in the process of trying to round them up. They're on the airport proper. I'm getting the information now. I'm talking to like 7 different people. The 19s are closed. We are in the process of trying to round them up. They're on the airport proper. I'm getting the information now. I'm talking to like 7 different people.
Units be advised, the subject possibly has a possible suspect pinned down at Industrial and Circus. If there's a unit, I can ATL on that.
Control 35 SE. We got possible reports of shots fired inside New York.
Copy. Units be advised, possible shots fired inside New York. Copy. We do have 415A at New York. That's all. We're getting a 415A. The advisor was a shooter at the front desk. New York. And everyone is in the kitchen. And Zebra 20 will be at the end of the hall near the target. 11:10, you see.
Hey, citizens just advised me a vehicle, black Audi, in the valley of the Luxor, possibly has a 445. He said has wires sticking out, so don't let any officers go through the valet of the Luxor.
Copy. Officers, do not go to the valet of the Luxor. There's possibly a black vehicle with a 445. There's wires hanging out. In reference to 415A at New York, they're advising the active shooters possibly coming down the escalator from New York to Excalibur.
Control 656, I'm still on CTAX channel. Do we have a 415A at New York?
It originally came in and say many subjects were down. There's one that came in at 23:06 hours, secondhand, advised there was a shooter at the front desk of New York.
Oh, 41. Can we talk to security there? Right outside the New York.
And there's approximately 150 subjects sheltered in place inside the kitchen area there. And 2 shots were fired inside casino floor. And there's several subjects down at New York, Zoomanity. They're being taken towards the apartment 6-3.
Send, if there's not already 2 strike teams en route, send 2 strike teams en route. They need to advise their call sign, and we need updates as soon as they get there to New York. Break.
Patrol 654 in valet waiting on a strike team. Everything seems calm here, though.
Okay. Whoever is responding to New York from the patrol side, I need somebody to get into the cameras to verify whether this is a diversion break. I have 3 Metro SWAT teams that are basically assembled. 2 are going up the tower. 1 is heading over to New York, so we don't completely split our forces. Break.
Okay, now I'm getting information of an active shooter at Tropicana.
Has advised bomb squad to deal with the issue over there at Luxor, reference the 445 device. And I've got FBI SWAT, Henderson SWAT, and North Las Vegas SWAT en route to our staging area.
And just be advised now, there's an active shooter at the Tropicana. Active shooter at Tropicana.
Patrol 363, be advised, we're getting multiple calls of active shooters at multiple locations. May or may not be diversion, so officers are aware.
Patrol 654 entering New York with a strike team.
654.
648 Paul David. I'm outside Tropicana. We're not hearing any 434s. This could be a diversion.
Reference to Tropicana, they're advising there was a Hispanic male, dark skin with an afro, unknown clothing with a backpack. Said he squatted in the driveway of Hooters and looks like a suspect.
Patrol, Sam, I have 3. I just got reports that citizens shots just fired. 2 shots in the park area of New York.
Copy. Agents to be advised, there's 2 shots fired in the park area of New York. Now they're also saying 1 at Aria.
Control 654. So far, New York is clear. Negative shot fired. We will park area.
Copy.
749, we're sending 2 teams in Excalibur right now, based on the earlier detail.
So we need 2 teams at Excalibur.
Just on the boulevard of Tropicana, you got a Jeep that's coming up that way. It went through the roadblock of cones. Heading eastbound on Tropicana at the boulevard now. Looks like it's slowing down. Green color. Control 374. I got medics reporting that they're getting shot at in Tropicana.
Teams be advised 4, we have a strike team available, send them to the Tropicana.
We need a strike team to the Tropicana.
Already en route. Announce yourself if you're going there.
We need the air clear for Zebra 20. They have 1 suspect down inside the room. Zebra 20 has 1 suspect down inside the room.
PD and PD 91 inside Aria.
CP 585K. Go ahead for CP. Man strike team, also with a K9 unit assigned to me. We're going to operate off of my call sign. We're arrived at New York. 166. We made contact inside the Tropicana. They are reporting negative. Shots fired.
792. I got my team. It's an 8-man element. We are at the Michael Jackson Theater. 1,000 people inside. We're going to protect this theater.
Can you confirm location of suspect down, please?
Zebra 20 saying there's one down inside the room.
Inside the what?
Inside the room at Mandalay Bay.
7 Victor, there's one down, 32nd floor, Mandalay Bay.
Is that room 135?
That's affirmative. One suspect down in 135, floor 32, Mandalay Bay. I have the floor.
Control 644 PD. Reports of shots fired at the area appear unfounded at this time. There was a large crowd running, but nobody can say that they actually heard shots.
Zero 20. We have another explosive breach is going on into an adjoining room. That's where we're at with the suite. The breach is going off here in about 5 seconds.
Copy. You need to be advised another explosive breach going off bed 135 at Mandalay Bay, room floor 32.
Control 656, we have reports of shots fired from the Tropicana Hotel.
B-22, we are at the Tropicana. There is no shots fired here.
Shots fired at Tropicana. No shots fired at Tropicana, and so is Aria negative for shots fired. Possibly,
Or do we have an update on New York, New York?
Inside was negative. They were checking the park area.
Talking to security now. They're saying they don't have any shots fired inside New York, New York.
They were checking the park area also. New York.
Caliber is going to be code 4. We're going to need medical for one GSW victim inside the lobby area.
Control 020.
020.
We've got these two rooms secure. We've got one suspect down, multiple firearms. This is definitely the point where the firing into the crowd.
6-3, do we have an update on the potential device at Luxor?
Is there a unit out with a possible 445?
811, I'm out on the 445. We have a secure break. It's on a black Audi SUV, Adam Union 0027, newer model, Nevada.
Is a plate.
224 confirming that's the suspicious device.
Confirm. We have it locked down. We have everybody evacuated and cleared out.
Lock it down, hold it, and make sure it's just clear the area and do nothing further with it at this particular point.
Confirm. All of our officers are about 100 yards away.
Now we're getting shots. Reported
19, if you can read my place.
Units be advised, now we're getting shots fired at Caesars and the Bellagio.
Things up, and there's nobody here, but they have opened up the casino, it looks like. And then we're coming right up to where Daniel and I were sitting when the bullets started coming into the Bellagio last night, about a half hour to 45 minutes later after Mandalay Bay.
These additional hotels that are reporting shots fired.
We're making the phone calls now.
Control 020.
020.
We do not need anybody else up on this court, right? This room is clear. It has been cleared by SWAT with explosive breaches. We also had one SWAT officer that did fire negative injuries on anybody else. Just because we have multiple firearms up here, there's from where they were shooting out from. And we just have one suspect down at this point in time.
Control 363. Do we have any updates on either Bellagio or Caesars? Do we have strike teams en route there?
Hi, Victor. We got reports of a guy with a gun here.
705 Victor, what's your location?
We're at the terrace.
Copy, there's a male with a 413 at the terrace. Somebody with a 413 at terrace.
Is that reported or confirmed?
Got people running, and we got security trying to point out where this gunman is, and we can't find him.
The question is, was the security officer shot before the suspect was shooting into the crowd? The answer to that is yes, we believe he was shot. That we believe that he was shooting into the crowd, and then the security officer was shot during that event.
Now there's a new account. In a statement just this afternoon, the company that owns the hotel where Paddock was staying says it has concluded that police are all wrong about what happened. Actually, the hotel says armed security officers rushed to Stephen Paddock's room, quote, immediately after the shooting first began. How did they respond when they got there? Why was Paddock able to continue shooting? We still don't know the answers to those questions. But that's just the beginning of what we don't know about this case.
I've noticed that these mass shootings have become far more commonplace than they should. I feel that there's a big push for gun control, and some of these may be false flag attacks. I'm really uncomfortable with what may come of this, especially in terms of gun control, because I think this country needs the right to bear arms. This is another strike against that.
Broken leg. All right. Okay. Okay. Broken leg. Broken leg. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. 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 Yes, I'm sorry. If you blow on your shirt, okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. 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 Yes, I'm sorry. If you blow on your shirt, okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry.